Hi, in this video tutorial I'd like to show you a very fast way how you can create a compositing, how you can add a new background right here behind the model. And I like to show you two ways, one way with Photoshop CS5 and another way if you do not have Photoshop CS5, if you use an older version of Photoshop. Okay. The first way is with Photoshop CS5 with a new feature Refine Mask. For that, I duplicate the layer here of my model and bring it on top. And you can see I have a blunt model with a dark background. And for Photoshop professionals, I think it's not a problem to extract the model from the background because you can work with channels here. You have a gray channel, the green channel, and you can create a mask with that channel. But if you're not a Photoshop professional, if you do not know how to work with channels, you can use the new feature in Photoshop CS5. For that, we need a quick selection. First, I choose here my quick selection tool. And then I paint on the model. And then I can create a very quick selection. It's not a perfect selection. The name of the tool is not a perfect selection tool. It's the quick selection tool. And if I have my mask, then I click on the icon right here. This is a mask icon. And then I create a white mask. And as you can see, the white mask only effect on the selection before. And now we have a very fast compositing. Thank you for watching this tutorial, and I hope, no, of course we are not finished. It looks not good. But now, the new feature in Photoshop CS5. Just right click on the mask here and then choose Refine Mask. And right here you have many options. And I think the best option is when you leave the window here with your cursor, then you can see a small cursor here. Let's make it a little bit bigger with the size tool here. Just click on the word size, then you can make it bigger. And now you have to paint on that parts in the picture where you say, okay, Photoshop, it looks not perfect. And I paint now on the hairs right here, and with that painting I say Photoshop, come on Photoshop, you can do that better, please work on that part on the picture again, and then you have a much better extraction. Okay, let's zoom in just a little bit and take a look at the hair. Sometimes you can see the old background, the color of the old background in the hairs, and for that you can use this feature in Photoshop, decontaminate colors. Yeah, as you can hear, I'm not a native American. I'm from Germany. I'm the German guy. But if you use this feature here, you bring that slider to the right side, the colors of the old background are going away, and then you will get a much better result. Let's click OK. You can create here your output as a new layer with mask or a new layer. I create a new layer with mask. Okay, and then I can compare the two masks. Take a look by pressing the Alt key and click on the mask. You can see the old mask. This is the mask with the quick selection tool, and this is the new mask with Photoshop CS5. Okay, right here we have to paint a little bit with 100%. And let's take a look at the compositing. Let's zoom in, and we have added a new background, and it looks very good, and it was a very fast way. I think you will need maybe a minute for this technique or faster. But what happens if you do not have Photoshop CS5? So let's delete these two layers, and I like to show you another way. It's not a real way in extracting the model from the background. It's more a way how you can blend two layers together. And what I like to do now is I like to change the blend mode right here of the background from normal into screen. And then you can see the background here, the new texture, only affect on the dark pixel of the model layer. And now I can create a mask, and now I can paint with black, with a black brush and 100% inside of the model to hide this texture. And on the hair, I do not paint, I just paint inside here. And what you can see also is that the new background, the new texture it's a little bit flat, not much contrast. And of course you can change that. You can change that with a level adjustment layer, with a clipping mask, but you can do that much easier without creating a new adjustment layer. Just duplicate the layer, this background layer, duplicate it, Command J, and then change the blend mode into soft light, and it's done. That's all. If you like to work with blending modes, take a look. Very fast compositing, and this way works perfect if you have a dark background, a very bright hair, like blonde hairs. If you know that before you take pictures, then you know you can work with blending modes, with the blend mode screen. And if your new background is a little bit too flat, just duplicate it and change the blend mode to soft light. And then you have a very nice and a very fast compositing without creating perfect selections. Take a look at the mask. This is my mask. It's not perfect, but it do not have to be perfect for working with blend modes. And that's the very nice thing if you can work in Photoshop with blend modes. You do not need perfect selections, you do not need perfect masks, you do not have to work with channels or something else. Okay, now you saw two ways in Photoshop CS5, real extracting the model from the background, and you saw another way. It's not real extracting the model from the background, it's more working with blend modes. If you like to see more tutorials, or if you have any questions to one of these steps, just write me in comment, write me your question, and I will answer your question. Thank you for watching this video tutorial.